Hi you guys, welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Erica. I do a little bit of everything around here. I do fashion, plus size fashion, travel. I'm a mom. I'm a new grad nurse. I am a lot of things. But today is going to be a really raw and unscripted video. I have an eating disorder. And not a lot of people know this. I don't think, well, I don't know. I've told my husband, he knows, he's aware, very supportive. I have an eating disorder. I don't know even how else to like explain it. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that today in my video. So if you wanna know more about my struggle with my eating disorder, keep on watching. Okay, so let me grab some water. Hold on. Okay, it's gonna be a long video, so grab a drink, a snack, whatever you want. And let's get started. Okay, so when did this eating disorder start? I really can't tell you when it started. Food and me have always had a relationship. We've always coexisted together to cope with my traumas. As a child, I had a lot of traumas. I had a lot of things that happened. And I think that's what's contributed to my eating disorder. In 2006, I ballooned up to 300 pounds. And I had a good life. Like in 2006, my middle daughter was born. I had an amazing husband. I have an amazing husband. I had a good life. I mean, I've had struggles in my adulthood, but not so much more in my childhood. And food was always there for me. When someone or an emotional need was not met, food met that need. And I would use it to make me happy. I would use it when I was sad. I'd use it when I was depressed. I'd use it when I had anxiety. I used it to celebrate. Coming from a Hispanic background, food is the center of celebration. It's just part of the culture that I grew up in. Food was always there. I never went out with food. Like, food was always present. It wasn't a part of my traumas. And I never went hungry, because obviously I wouldn't have ballooned to 300 pounds if I, went hungry. But my emotional trauma and some physical trauma that I endured really took a toll on me as a child. I was obese. I weighed 200 pounds in high school. I think even middle school I weighed 200 pounds. I never weighed myself because I was scared to weigh myself. Like, it would just trigger a binge. I'd be like, you know what? F it. I'm fat. It doesn't matter. No one looks at me. No one cares about me. Food and I, we're a team. Food makes me feel better. And so I would binge on anything and everything. As a kid, as a teenager. Like, I had no restrictions. There was never any restrictions of food. My mom worked all the time. She was a single mom. She was, barely home. She'd cook us dinner and there were still no restrictions. Like, if you've been around Hispanic people, rice is like the center of every meal. It's a food group. Like, rice is a food group all on its own. And so food, snacks, sugary things were always available to me. And instead of dealing with my traumas at such a young age, I used to cope with binging. And that has carried on into my adult life. Binging has always been a part of my life. It's never gone away. It gets better and then it comes back. It gets better, then it comes back. It's just something that I deal with all the time on a daily basis. Now, in 2006, after I gave birth to my daughter, I was 300 pounds and I decided to have gastric bypass surgery. Now, for someone who binge eats, gastric bypass surgery is not the answer. It's not. It's a stepping stone to make a decision on whether to control your eating habits or mess it all up by binging again. And I still binge, even to this day. I still binge. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, last night I binged. I've been counting my calories, I've been working out, I'm like, you know, new year, let's start over again. And yesterday, I can't remember what I had. I kind of go blank when I'm binge eating. I had dinner that night, and then when I got home around 9:30, I had a Baby Bell cheese. I had a bag of chips, like an ounce of chips, because I measure my chips out. And I had a oatmeal raisin cream pie. So if you add that up, that's 400 calories right there. 400 calories that I did not need to eat. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't like I could have been fine going to bed like that. But for some reason, my mind I cannot stop focusing on food. And it's been so difficult my entire life to not focus on food, because food has always been my friend. Food has always been there when I needed it. But it's done me no good. It's done me no good at all. So now I'm sitting here, post-gastric bypass surgery, 13 years. I've been able to maintain at least a 75-pound weight loss. But it has been so hard. I fluctuate up and down. I have PCOS, so I have that against me. If you don't know what that is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. My hormones are out of whack. I'm insulin resistant. I'm not diabetic, but I'm insulin resistant because of the PCOS, so it's that much harder for me to lose weight. So what do? I restrict my calories the whole day. I have like 300 calories in the morning. This morning I had oatmeal with raisins, and then I had a cup of coffee, so that was about 250 calories. I can tell you how many calories everything is because I've looked at every label on the back of the box. And for dinner or for lunch, I don't know if I'm gonna have lunch. It's almost 2 o'clock. I may not have lunch, so that way I can save it for dinner and a possible binge. That's how my mind works. It's like, okay, if I skip a meal and I eat dinner, I have time for snacks afterwards. But, and I know that's not logical. Like in my head, I'm like, what? Like, what? Why are you thinking about, you're planning your meal so that you can binge later. Like something is wrong. Something is wrong with you. So I've been trying to control this binge eating, obsessive compulsive eating, because when it happens, I have no control. It just happens. And then when I'm done, I'm like, oh, shit. Why did I do that? I feel horrible about myself. Now, I don't eat until I am like completely full. Prior to gastric bypass surgery, yes, I ate until I could not eat anymore. But with my restriction, it hurts. Like, it's painful, like if you overeat. And so I never get that far. I get just far enough till I'm like, okay, I can stop now. Like, I'm done. But then I'm mad at myself because I had let it happen. And I know that the only way that I'm able to overcome this eating disorder is if I confront my traumas. And to be frank, I'm not ready to do that. at the age of 37, I am not ready to open Pandora's box because it'll affect many, many people in my life. And I just feel like sometimes it's better to stay quiet. So that way, everyone else will be okay. And that's how I thought about life as in general. I take care of everyone else and I don't take care of me. I'm trying to learn how to take care of me. And binge eating has always been my crutch. When I eat, it releases these happy hormones in my brain. And then as soon as I realize that I'm not happy anymore, I go down into like a downward spiral of self-talk that is not healthy. I have never purged, so I don't know what it's like to be a purger. Unfortunately, I feel for those people that do. I understand, like, I get it. Like, I understand the lack of control that you go through. Like, I could seriously cry. Seriously cry. I have never had the desire to purge. I just beat myself up emotionally and self-talk and say, like, why? You're so stupid. Like, why would you do that? Like, you worked out and you burned 458 calories in spin class and you just ate it to make yourself feel better. All that work done, gone down the drain. So, I'm a work in progress. I'm trying. I don't want my girls to fall into this habit. And in doing so, I have, see, I'm protecting them, but I'm not protecting myself. Their meals are scheduled. Breakfast, lunch, snack, after school, dinner, small dessert. Like, their meals are scheduled, but mine are not. As much as I try to schedule them, I'll do really good for like 2 weeks and then off the wagon I go. You know, I'll skip meals so that I can save all those calories for binge eating. And it's easy for me not to eat throughout the day. Like, I'm fine. Like, I can just drink water and I'm good to go until dinner time. And then that's when I go crazy. I go ham. I don't think I've ever said it out loud that, like, hey, I think I have a problem. Like, I've said to my husband, hey, you know, I binge eat. Like, that's what I do. Like, no one sees me when I do it. I'm alone. It's at night when everyone's asleep. It happens maybe 1 to 2 days a week. And it's not out of control, but it can get out of control. I've talked to my doctor about it, and she has said, you know, portion control, eat 3 meals. And it's so easy to say all those things, but to do it, it's not easy. Because I have this fear of getting fat, getting to be 300 pounds again. So I restrict and then I binge. And my binge is okay because I restricted. So there's no balance. I have no balance. And as much as I try to plan ahead, when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about I'm eating now, I'm not going to be able to eat later. I'm eating now, I can't have my snacks later. So it's a battle. Like, I go through this daily. Some days are really good. Some days I don't binge at all. Some days I'm like, I got this. It's not gonna overtake me. I'm not gonna let it control me. But then when stress is high and I'm alone, snacks are they're the devil. My snacks are the devil. And I pick snacks that are lower in calories. So like 100 calorie packs, the Laughing Cow cheese, even fruit, like pineapple. I'll sit there and just eat the whole package of pineapple. Because I'm justifying, it's healthy. It's only 100 calories. I can have 2 bags because it's only 100 calories. Oh, I can have 3 bags because it's only 100 calories. And I keep eating and eating and eating. And then I realize that I sabotaged myself. That I used my justification to justify why it was okay to binge eat. So that is my story about my eating disorder. I am a work in progress. I'm always trying to be better. I'm always trying to think about my health because I know that without me, my family will not be where it's at, where they're at, what they need. I can't provide those needs. And I actually went into AFib in early December. My heart literally was going crazy. And that was a reality check for me because my anemia triggered it. And the reason why I'm anemic is because I was not eating enough healthy, good food, high in iron. I was eating empty calories. Calories that did nothing for me, that were not nutrients dense. And because of those actions, my heart responded. So that was a huge reality check for me that, hey, I need to take care of myself. Like, I need to take care of my body. I have to. No one else is gonna do it for me. So my diet has shifted. I'm eating healthier vegetables, leafy greens, spinach, fruit smoothies, things like that. Oatmeal, things that are high in iron, whole wheat. I'm trying. I'm really trying. But sometimes the eating disorder takes over and I black out. Like, I don't even know like what I'm doing. By the time I know it, it's over. And I'm like, here we go again. So I'm going to really work on that this year. I wanted to come out and say that I had this obsessive compulsive disorder with food, so that way if others are there hiding, eating late at night with nobody around, you're not alone. I'm there with you. I've been there. I don't want to be there anymore. Let's get out of it together, you know? Let's make better choices. This video was really hard for me because I used to make excuses, and this is a video about no excuses. There are no excuses. I need to take care of myself so I can take care of everyone else. And I know confronting traumas is the best way to do it. I'm just not ready for that yet. So if you want to join me on this journey of, I don't even know what to call it, a better me, a better you, then let's go. We got this. We can do this. We will do this. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.